A family desperate for help for a teenager using drugs.
Yeah, they turn to an organization promising love and caring, but instead they find a program based on hatred and intolerance and fear. This man is the founder, and you may not believe what he has to say. So disturbing that we had to censor it.
This is going to help you. Now stay here with me. Don't think about what's going on at home. Let those crazy motherfuckers eat their own shit.
Tonight, the ABC 15 investigators uncover hours of disturbing video so you can decide for yourself, and survivors who made it out and are telling their stories for the first time. This ABC 15 investigation controlling addiction in just about 20 minutes.
But right now, stars are still reeling. Hopper shows you how to put an
undercover.
Then added, the race may be a wide open situation. We'll see.
You know, parents turn to this guy for help for their troubled teens, only some say that he's actually destroying their families. The ABC 15 investigators tracked this man from the Valley to Miami and uncover shocking and disturbing video of what is going on behind closed doors.
Controlling addiction. This man is teaching troubled teens how to hate. A terrible twist to tough love. It's just minutes away.
About our ABC 15 investigation. Awesome. Exactly. His daughter was adorable, too.
Nice speech, too. He gave a pretty good speech of all the speeches we saw tonight.
A great ending to that speech. We want to check in with Chief Meteorologist Bill Bellis, find out what's going on. But first, remind you about our ABC 15 investigation, Controlling Addiction. That's coming up in just a moment. But meantime, everybody enjoyed the day. It was beautiful out there.
Bill, thanks. You know, parents of children who are using drugs are often willing to try anything to help their kids. But as ABC 15 investigator Abby Boudreau uncovers in this chilling report, a few weeks of treatment at a program that we spent months investigating can turn into a lifetime of dependency, not on drugs, but on a program that many say indoctrinates hatred and fear. Here's her report, Controlling Addiction. We do warn you that some of the language may be disturbing.
Teens and drugs. A parent's anguish. What to do, where to turn.
I was willing to do anything.
This man says he can help.
Now you've discovered that this is how you feel. Great!
Promises to help your family heal.
We're not even close like hanging out, but I know you.
But those who've been on the inside have a different story.
The family's just considered evil.
Each time I would start to get my head back up, wham.
The ABC 15 investigators crossed the country, uncovering horror stories about this man's organization.
Stay here with me. Don't think about what's going on at home.
And we demand answers from the man in charge.
Bob Meehan?
Yes.
Pathway Drug Abuse Program in Tempe is a licensed outpatient clinic founded by Bob Meehan and his wife Joy. Meehan's belief system is the foundation for this program and many others throughout the country.
For outpatient itself, it's $7,000.
We sent a producer in undercover. We talked to this 21-year-old. His job, recruit desperate parents.
You're going to have to trust what I'm telling you really works. It's controlled chaos.
Counselors using Bob Meehan's name to sell the program.
Bob Meehan is the founder of the enthusiastic approach to recovery.
The same pitch so many others have heard before. Dave Cherry was Meehan's right-hand man for 14 years.
Everybody else was screwed up, and Bob Meehan had all the answers.
This is a spiritual program.
At first, drawn in by Meehan's dynamic personality.
I still feel like killing some more people.
Then, by fear.
Part of that indoctrination was an indoctrination of hate.
White woman with a nigger leg. That's great.
It was a concerted effort to get people comfortable with the idea of using the N-word.
Like those bumper stickers. You know, Christians aren't perfect, they're just forgiven. I want to blow those cars up.
I believed that to leave the program meant to die.
You've learned early on that your own thinking is messed up and sick and destructive.
Dave Larson also went to Meehan to get clean. So taken by Meehan, at one point he was the owner of the Tempe program.
I spent, 12 years under his direct controlled.
He says the group tried to break up his marriage.
I believed at that point that if I stayed in this marriage, like I was gonna die or something.
Dave managed to leave the program, but others weren't so lucky.
Bake me a cake.
We were happy. We had fun. He was extremely funny.
Jeffrey Hamilton is comedian Carol Burnett's stepson.
Hi, Mom.
He sought help through one of Meehan's programs. His wife, also a former member, preferred not to show her face.
He just woke up one morning very ill.
He was told he needed a liver transplant to survive.
Everyone said, you can't get a liver transplant. You're just supposed to fix it. It somehow means that you are spiritually not fit.
When Jeffrey's condition became increasingly worse, she said they decided to get on the transplant list. Then, this ultimatum from Bob Meehan.
You need to choose either us or him.
So what did you do?
Well, I chose the obvious. I chose my husband.
But it was too late. Jeffrey died less than 2 months later.
Do you think he had a shot at living if he wasn't in this group?
Yes, I do.
Bob Meehan has founded programs throughout the entire country in Tucson, Denver, Atlanta, St. Louis, and Pathway Drug Abuse program right here in Tempe. For the last 30 years, Bob Meehan has influenced tens of thousands of young people. He calls it enthusiastic sobriety. Others call it a cult. We travel to Boston to talk to the country's leading cult expert about Bob Meehan's programs. Steve Hassan is a licensed mental health counselor.
It seems to fit the criteria of a destructive cult. They control behavior, information, thoughts, feelings. They try to create an identity that's dependent on the group, isolate you from family and friends unless they are members of the group.
Remember, that video camera's watching everything you say and do.
The ABC 15 investigators obtained 6 hours of videotape of Meehan leading training sessions for counselors. Here he advises a client how to handle his alcoholic father.
You've got to have a seriously up family. You know? Well, why they're out to get you? Is he still around? Yeah. And you still deal with him, huh? I'd shoot the motherfucker.
This program promises to teach love and acceptance.
We don't have fat people here. There are no fat people on staff.
And claims to heal broken families.
Stay here with me. Don't think about what's going on at home. Let those crazy motherfuckers eat their own shit.
They stop at nothing to get your kids in there.
Sandy Wilkes lives near San Diego. She can hardly talk about it without crying.
He said, you know your daughter's going to kill herself if you don't do something immediately.
Her daughters are identical twins, Lori and Lisa.
They were cheerful, bright little girls.
But at 17, they started using drugs.
I was willing to do anything.
She thought she'd found a good program that would strengthen their family.
I went to the counselor and said, I want to make a 30-day commitment. And she said, that's great, I love you, and you're just gonna be so happy.
Lori left Meehan's program, drug-free, but 30 days for Lisa turned into a lifetime dependency on the group. It's been nearly 10 years since Lori saw or talked to her twin sister.
I fear that she will never leave, and I fear that she will die there.
What does Bob Meehan have to say about all of this? The ABC 15 investigators tracked him to Atlanta to find out.
Excuse me, Bob? Bob Meehan?
Yes.
My name's Abby Boudreau. I'm a reporter with ABC 15 News. We have a couple of quick questions for you.
So we drove across town to the Meehan Institute. That's where most of the counselors are trained, still in search of the man in charge.
We're looking for Bob Meehan, and we're wondering if this is the Meehan Institute.
Okay. There are no comments.
So why wouldn't you just tell us that this is the Meehan Institute?
No comment right now. Is that okay?
Can you tell us why? Can you tell us a way to get a hold of Bob? He ran away from us earlier today.
No comment.
Across the country and back in the valley, Bob Meehan continues to spread his philosophy to young people.
He'll do seminars here every couple of months. He'll come out.
And if you're wondering how successful Pathway Drug Abuse program is,
the state of the program and Pathway is awesome. This is what it is. You're looking at it.
this is video taken at its annual banquet from just last week in downtown Phoenix. We took our investigation to the state agency that licensed Pathway Drug Abuse Program. Officials say they are now launching a full investigation into the program. They also tell us Bob Meehan is the president of yet another rehab program in the Valley, Step 2 Recovery Center in Gilbert. We talked to the director at Pathway about our investigation. He had no comment. This is a story that affects communities throughout the entire country. It's a story we'll keep watching.
Please do, Abby, and let us know what you find.
Absolutely.
Appreciate that.
We're getting ready for an unbelievable...
We will see you then, Craig. Thanks. Hey, a blockbuster ABC 15 investigation uncovers an underground workshop teaching troubled teens violence and hate right here in the Valley. Tonight, investigator Abby Boudreau broke the story tonight. She'll show us what the state is doing about what she found.
And stopping
Sunday, and a reminder to always watch those kids around water.
Okay, Bill, thanks. You know, earlier in this broadcast, we did bring you a disturbing investigation into drug treatment centers that are supposed to help teens get off drugs, but instead, the ABC 15 investigators found that the centers are based on hatred, intolerance, and fear. In fact, we think that this is such an important story that we're now bringing you more information about that investigation. Here's investigator Abby Boudreau with Controlling Addiction.
Pathway Drug Abuse Program in Tempe is a licensed outpatient clinic founded by Bob Meehan and his wife Joy. Meehan's belief system is the foundation for this program and many others throughout the country.
For outpatient itself, it's $7,000.
We sent a producer in undercover. We talked to this 21-year-old. His job, recruit desperate parents.
You're going to have to trust what I'm telling you really works. It's controlled chaos.
Remember, that video camera's watching everything you say and do.
The ABC 15 investigators obtained 6 hours of videotape of Meehan leading training sessions for counselors. Here he advises a client how to handle his alcoholic father.
You've got to have a seriously up family. You know? Well, why was they out to get you?
Is he still around?
Yeah.
And you still deal with him, huh?
I'd shoot the motherfucker myself.
This program promises to teach love and acceptance.
We don't have fat people here. There are no fat people on staff.
And claim to heal broken families.
Stay here with me. Don't think about what's going on at home. Let those crazy motherfuckers eat their own shit.
What does Bob Meehan have to say about all of this? The ABC 15 investigators tracked him to Atlanta to find out.
Excuse me, Bob? Bob Meehan?
Yes.
My name's Abby Boudreau. I'm a reporter with ABC 15 News. We have a couple of quick questions for you.
So we drove across town to the Meehan Institute. That's where most of the counselors are trained, still in search of the man in charge.
We're looking for Bob Meehan, and we're wondering if this is the Meehan Institute.
Okay. There are no comment.
So why wouldn't you just tell us that this is the Meehan Institute?
No comment right now. Is that okay?
Can you tell us Can you tell us a way to get a hold of Bob? He ran away from us earlier today.
No comment.
We brought our investigation to the State Department of Health Services, which is the licensing agency for Pathway Drug Abuse Program.
So at this point, we're looking at the information that was provided by Channel 15. We've got our team of behavioral health surveyors that'll be taking it in. So every allegation we get, we take very seriously.
The state says Bob Meehan is the president of yet another rehab program in the Valley, Step 2 Recovery Center in Gilbert, which serves 13 to 17-year-olds.
Our number one job is the safety of those kids, and we'll take whatever steps are necessary to ensure that people that are in the facilities we license are safe.
There's a website for survivors of Meehan-run programs. It's called onthems.com. Since the website started last year, there have been around 2 million message board hits from people all over the country who've been affected by one of Meehan's programs. Starting tomorrow, we'll have that website linked to ours at abc15.com.
All right. Abby, thanks very much.